Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Obeid from Sydney, Australia. What I need to talk about tonight is the serious crisis we are facing for the time being. It's a very definite that there are houses being damaged and people are suffering. The flood was very, very difficult, especially in Queensland and in northern east side of New South Wales state. Queensland and New South Wales usually having this crisis keep happening every 10 years something, and it seems to be very clear that nobody has learned anything out of it. The damage is serious, and I'll explain that why it's serious. It's not just people who have to be moved and then they can put back or something or whatever. Well, for start, this crisis, the effect of it started from when Corona happened, and the way the government, and as explained that previously in a few other videos, the methodology that they put to deal with the Corona crisis, and compare that also to this current crisis. It was very clear before something like the last, let's say, 10 days, that the situation is going to go over what can be taken, but they let it go. It's let's say, an attitude of the Australian system. They will leave till the whole thing get into a disaster, and then they will start thinking about what to do about it. It's a method of proving no news. The news is good. Actually, there was news all the time about bad things going to happen, but they chose to neglect that all the time. Okay, if we take a look on this kind of disaster, what is the real effect of it? Okay, if we assume that there is an area people are living next to the river or something, or whatever, it was affected and they have to move away. In most cases, these people, they have to leave 20 things behind. So later on, they have to go to consuming. If we take a look about the long term, they have to buy new things, they have to buy the damage, they have start replacing things. The problem even with fixing properties and getting money from the insurance, they will raise the premium because they've been expecting that they're going to suck money. That's it. That's what they think about it. Then the cost is going to go higher in insurance. The low moral and the low, let's say, spiritual feeling and motivation for people to start and to do things is going to go lower. This is very serious, by the way. When circumstances is against you in this massive way, I call it a massive way, flood, disaster, something like this. In the confrontation, yes, people, they saw the guts, the courage, and everything. But when they want to move on and try to rebuild, their courage, their strength, their money, their saving, their efforts is consumed by the disaster. There is no real system is helping people out of the disaster. It doesn't exist. They tell us all the time about emergency and stuff and this and that. They say, oh, we have to find something, we have to do something. So it tells you there is no real emergency special plan for such a thing. When we talk about short term, especially now, these people, most of them, they are running business from home or they have farms. They stop what they're doing. So it's not going to work. So their productivity is also less in the short term. Okay, well, what Australia is expecting? Okay, let's be honest with each other. Each area, when they are affected, I mean, there's something not right, either about the location of houses, either about the need of to build a dam, a retaining wall. Here, there. Either this problem will keep happening every couple of years or sometimes every year. If you don't do anything about it, you are stuck in the same problem, in the same damage. So there are few things need to be assessed and need to be done. And this idea, oh, we wait till the state telling us that there is an emergency. This is not a state or federal. This is something have to be decided by an independent commission, and it's supposed to be overriding any other authority, not by the government, because the idiots who's running the government, they are not suitable people to deal with emergencies, and they prove that every time. Simple as that. I don't know who's the idiot who's electing and believing in the system, but simply it's not there, and it proves it's not there. The third thing that people ask me to talk about is the international crisis. Usually, I talk about just only our local issue in Australia, but regarding to this international crisis, it's pretty serious because I was talking about the cost of living, and by the way, the cost of living is going much serious in this situation. Why? Because I'll tell you just one little example. If you want to buy any kind of, let's say, vegetables or anything, whatever, the farmers they can't go and collect. Some of them, if they want to step to the land, they may drown in little effect area. They may drown to till here. If you want to buy even some parsley or something, some little thing, it may cost you $10, $12 now. It used to cost you $1.20 something. Now, where's the cost of thing? Where's the support? The support is not about just giving money for someone because his house was damaged. No. The cost of living is going to everybody because of this farmer. You stuffed this farmer and you let him down. You didn't build a dam. You didn't build a retaining wall. You didn't do the right thing by him. And this person, he's the one who's feeding us, who's giving us the food to live at. Now there is no such a thing. Who's the fault? God will bring the rain. Yeah. We have to go and talk to God or talk to Jesus Christ. And by the way, I have something to tell you about that. But regarding to international crisis, this inflammatory situation encouraging the Ukraine, go and fight with Russia. Go, we are behind you. Well, what the hell do you think they're doing, huh? You think you, Mr. Thompson, are you going to scare Russia? Really? You and all the shit people who's behind you? Mate, you're just a cockroach in the political arena. Nobody see you. Nobody see you. I wish if you are really can do something, but forget about it. You are no match to go confrontation with Russia. Actually, this crisis, and everybody who have bit of education knows exactly it's not the fault of Russia. For 30 years, we've been lying to Ukrainian people, telling them, come with us, forget about Russia, you don't need Russia, country is going to be better, everything is going to be better, and it never turned better. All of it's coming from bad to worse. We're expecting at the end of it. You stuffed everything. Then you want to Go with your American friends and give armament to Ukraine and they will fight with Russia. Come on. You think this guy Putin, he's stupid. He's going to kick your ass, guys. And by the way, there was some idiot in the media who done something extremely stupid. In Q&A program. Who employed such an idiot? This is Stam. Piece of shit, mate. You think you kicked out this guy and you're telling us you are standing against killing children and women and everything? Nobody believes you, mate. And this kind of attitude that you want to justify your purpose is not going to work. Actually, I really doubt that employing idiot like this is telling this country where it's going. And there was one thing that I really admired before some time. There was an interview with the Prime Minister. They went to his house and to his family. And they've been talking about family things or whatever. And he said during the interview, he was praying. He was praying. Yeah. I didn't know that we have elected the Archbishop, okay? He may pray. He was praying for us, for this country. And God was listening to him. And you see what God had done to this country because he was listening to him. Mate, stop praying, all right? You're full of shit. You and people who believes in you, you're a real follower of devil. If God was really listening to your prayer, this is his answer, okay? He sends you a flood. Maybe next time it's going to be a volcano, all right? I was really laughing. I was listening to this interview with him at home with his wife and children. I have nothing, by the way, the interview. But it says what he was going to say. He was praying. Is this guy normal? Really, guys? Can anybody tell me? He's normal? Does he need a shrink or something? Look, I tell you something. Honestly, guys, all of us, we have our limitation and we have to understand that. So, if I tell you something, I'm a quiet, masculine guy. But if I put 1,000 kilo over my arm, it will be very painful. Then 2,000, maybe it will be broken. Nerve, emotion, everything could be broken. Brain. Maybe our Prime Minister needs some treatment. Okay, first of all, mate, stop praying. And my best advice for you and for your political party, go home, guys. This country doesn't need you. Honestly. You've proven you are hopeless all the way. Maybe I was rough. Maybe not. Maybe I wasn't rough enough. However, I will tell. Have a good one. Look after each other.